so that's only an 11 tooth pinion. How big can we go? Today, we're looking at the GTFans M610. We're gonna go ahead and try to put a bigger pinion gear in this 12 scale buggy. So I plan on showing you guys how to put a bigger pinion gear in here. And according to manufacturer, you can only go up to a 14 tooth, but I'm gonna see if that's true. And the same design should apply to several other of their models. I'll put those in the description now, and they'll probably be in the title as well. But we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up and see just how you install a new pinion gear in here. It's 0.8 mod or 32 pitch, and I hope to go ahead and speed run this thing. That's only gonna be about a 20% difference in overall gearing, but if that doesn't get us where we need to be, I have future plans for this. So stay tuned and let's see how to go ahead and fit a bigger pinion in this thing. To remove the motor, there's a lot of screws. It's not the easiest motor removal ever, but I found the stock included hex drivers to not be very good quality, unfortunately. So these Shergo units I have, they're not real expensive, but they work much better. And they'll reduce my chances of stripping screws. So you have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws with a 1.5 millimeter hex driver, and then 2 screws with a 2 millimeter hex driver. These two here pull out from the body mount there. And then this whole assembly will pull up and it should come out of the way, provided that you get it screwed out all the way, like that. All right, and there you can see the motor and the mount. So we'll pull this out here in just a second. Now we're gonna go ahead and just simply pull up on the motor. And you can see here, it has several adjustments. So we're gonna go ahead and try to distance the pinion as far as possible from the spur gear. This looks like a 0.8 mod pinion gear. And how many teeth do we have here? I'll put a little chalk right there. And we have 1, 2, 11 tooth pinion. 1, 2. All right, so that's only an 11 tooth pinion. How big can we go? I'm not really sure. My contact told me you could only go up 3 teeth. He said each additional setting is 1 more tooth. It looks like to remove the motor mount, you actually need a 2.5 millimeter hex driver. And that actually came out nice and easy. Loosen this top one. All right, so what we're gonna do is pull this screw out. I'm gonna have to remove the pinion gear first. So to do that, we need probably a 1.5 millimeter. Yep, 1.5 millimeter hex driver. Does this have Loctite on it? Yep, that came out. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and figure out what the maximum size pinion gear is that we can fit on here. You can do, how was it stock? Okay, you can do these 2 outer ones, and you can do, but I can't go here, I can't go there, so, and here, okay. Over here you can go like that. Okay, so here we go. 14 tooth is in there. I use just standard like printer paper. I think it's 20 pound to do the mesh check with 48 pitch gears, but for 32 pitch, you know, you can have a little more. So honestly, I guess that's okay. So you can see here, it does have a good amount of movement in it, but I think it's gonna be okay. We're gonna try that and see what kind of speed we can pick up. I'll have to put it in the gear calculator. It's probably about 20% taller. would be my guess. So if we hit, what was it, 39, 20% taller would be about another 7 or 8 miles an hour. So it should get us up to like maybe 46 or 47. Real rough numbers. I'll put on the screen here if I was way off. And as you can see here, with the pinion gear about flush with the motor shaft, makes it align with the spur gear. So I think it's going to be easiest just to pop this out and make sure these 2 screws are in snugly, and then we'll go ahead and use a little bit of thread locker on this pinion gear and go ahead and reinstall it. So there we go, we're about even with the end there. We'll snug this up, and then we'll slide this motor mount right back down in here. And there we go. We're gonna go with that and hope that mesh is okay. Still a little looser than I'd like, but I think it'll be all right for some speed runs. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just reinstall this brace here, and we'll be in business. I almost forgot, while I'm in here, I wanted to count the number of teeth on this spur gear. It's gonna be a little tricky to do with it mounted in the car. We'll count the first one. 1, 2, 3, 19, 20. I came up with 40. I'll recount it one more time off camera, but I think it's right around 40 teeth. All right, we have all the screws back in here. Don't forget this little guy here. I think I failed to mention there was a screw right here, but we're buttoned up and we're gonna see how fast this thing is. This is pretty much maxed out without doing something creative. Like what I may actually do down the road is put in a custom motor mount here, but I'm gonna have to hack this all up in order to do that. So not really what I want to do, but pretty limited in what we can do with that motor mount that's in here. I think this would work fine for most people. You know, you want a little bit taller gearing for off-road use or on-road use, but for speed running, not ideal.